Mr. Goldman. We don't pay any attention to Mr. Goldman either. But is there anything that anyone said up here that you want to take about 55 seconds to respond to?
It's tempting. I mean, my biggest appeal to everyone in this room is I wish you would spend the time focusing on the fact that the Chinese Communist Party infiltrated the White House of the United States of America through the Biden family. I don't say that lightly. It's not a joke. I was willing to die for this country, as was my father and both my grandfathers and my brother. This is serious, serious stuff. We should be asking how that happened. Take the Biden name and the Biden family completely out of it. How did the Chinese Communist Party infiltrate the White House of the United States of America? Let's start there, focus on those facts, what they did, how they did it, why they used money, why they used private enterprises instead of military stuff and other stuff. That is huge to our national security. So I appreciate you yielding that time to me, Mr. Chairman.
Well, thank you. And I'll just say this. Ms. Tlaib and Ms. Presley criticized the investigation, but I think most Americans care about public corruption. And they realize the FBI hasn't done the job, the DOJ hasn't done their job, the IRS hasn't done their job. They've been told to stand down. All that's left is the House Oversight Committee, and we will do our job. And pursuant to the previous order, because votes have been called again, the committee stands in recess subject to the call of the chair. The committee will reconvene 5 minutes after floor vote. About Mr. Goldman.
Boy, Mr. Bobolinsky came to throw some fire and haymakers. Next on Common Sense. Hello and welcome, all you Common Sense patriots out there. I'm the Common Sense Conservative coming to you with another video today. And boy, is it a spicy one. So we just heard from Mr. Bobolinsky, who flat out said, how did the communist China Communist Party, whatever it's called, infiltrate the White House through the Biden family? And he laid it out there. And but what we're going to be going through is some of these videos from the hearing today. This Miss Crockett, I don't know how, and this is what's sad. This is how I know I don't need to be involved with anything that's going to have me sit in front of Congress and have to testify, because when I get in front of stupid people, I tend to act stupid. I'm serious. Like, this is insane. I want y'all to listen to this clip. It's about 1:43 long of Miss Crockett from Texas. Question, Mr. Bobolinsky.
Now, so far in this hearing, it has felt like the worst episode of The Apprentice. I'm sure you're familiar with that show. It seems like my colleagues, and maybe you and some others, are trying to become the next vice president of the United States of America. You're auditioning or something like that, because Mr. Bobolinsky, I know that you take exception to the fact that your credibility has been called into question over and over. But when someone comes to testify under oath, whether it's before this committee, behind closed doors, or in person, then we have to evaluate someone's credibility. And sir, I definitely have always had issues with your credibility, as I know that you are very well aware of. So let me remind you of what happened behind closed doors.
Well, you should ask Ro Khanna about my credibility.
I haven't asked you a question. Okay?
You are?
When I haven't. So when I ask you a question, that's when you answer. Otherwise, I'm talking. So,
excuse me?
With my time, because it's my time,
Yeah.
I want to be clear that
if you ever thought you could talk to me, that he has a whole lot more constraint than I have, because I would have lost it right at that moment with your old puckered lips. See, this is what happened when DEI goes wrong. You get people that are not qualified to be sitting in those chairs with their names up on that bench. And you get this. By the way, girl, you might want to fix this a little bit here. But anyway.
When we were behind closed doors, you called a number of people liars. You called the Wall Street Journal liars. You called Cassidy Hutchinson a liar. You called the FBI a liar. You called Rob Walker a liar. You called James Gilliar a liar. You called Hunter Biden a liar. You called Jim Biden a liar. And just today, you added to your list, you called my colleague, Congressman Mr. Goldman, a liar as well. It seems like, according to you, the only person that's telling the truth is you, and everyone else is lying. But I want to move on to something else.
Is that a question?
It's not a question.
Oh, okay.
You'll know when I ask you a question, I promise.
Thank you.
You see right there? I'm telling you. They be carting me out. Y'all, hey, I'd be on the news, that's for sure. I promise you I'd be on the news. Because I'd be like, well, are you going to just sit there and diatribe? Because if you are, I need to go, like, take a piss, get me some water, something to drink, and you can have your little diatribe and your 15 minutes of fame. Because outside of this, you were nobody. You nothing. You're going to be nothing. And after you come and go from Congress, when your district finally realized just how stupid you are, and you're gone, you still going to be nobody. Just saying. I'm telling you, I'd lose my mind. But let's go. We got one more queued up here. And this one here, when I watched it today, it took everything in my power to not want to reach through my phone into Twitter and just, hey, you there? I mean, you got two brain cells and they playing hide and seek from each other. Good night.
RICO is not a crime. It is a
RICO's
category.
not a crime.
What is?
Let's listen to the full thing.
I have a quick question. Simple. Is it your testimony today that you personally witnessed President Joe Biden commit a crime?
I believe the fact that he was sitting with me while I was putting together a business
Did you
deal,
witness the president commit a crime? Is it your testimony today?
Yes.
And what crime do you have you witnessed?
How much time do I have to go through it?
It is simple. You name the crime. Did you watch him steal something?
Corruption statutes, RICO and conspiracy.
What is it? What is the crime, sir? Specifically.
You asked me to answer the question. I answered the question.
No.
RICO, you're obviously not familiar with. Corruption
Excuse
statutes.
me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. RICO is not a crime. It is a category. What is?
So, oh my God. I'm serious. I'd have came out my chair. He held himself pretty well. He said, you asked me a question, I answered it, and clearly you don't understand it. Like, what crime? Okay, RICO, racketeering, you know. If RICO's not a crime, then what the hell is President Trump being tried for in Georgia? Because I'm pretty sure that's a RICO case, right? Maybe RICO, the word itself, isn't a crime, but each of the individual letters in it does make a crime. Corruption, racketeering, those are crimes, you know. Just saying. Let's continue on with the dingbat here. Hey, right here, this is what RICO is not a crime. That's when one brain cell went and hid from the other one, and they just chasing each other. They both playing hide and seek, and they're both the hiders.
It's a category of crimes that you're then charged
You
under
have charges.
a long 100
You
list
have
of statutes.
charges. Sir, please
Want me to name the exact statute under RICO?
Yes.
Well, it's funny. In this committee room, everyone's not here. There's over 18
All right, sir. I reclaim my time.
lawyers that went to law school.
I
I'll leave
reclaim
it
my
up
time.
to you guys
Okay,
to
thank
define
you,
the
sir. I
statutes
reclaim my
under
time.
RICO.
Clearly, what we are seeing here today
Is
a continuation of the 15-month saga of the Republican majority lost in the desert. Impeachment 101. The majority party or whomever is raising impeachment must accuse the president of a high crime, a specific high crime or misdemeanor. I would like to submit to the record HRES 918, the House resolution to open this impeachment inquiry.
Without objection to order.
This resolution does not outline a high crime or misdemeanor. It's not here. Now,
I swear to God. She has two brain cells. They're hiding from each other. I would have lost it. Let's go back to, this is where, I think this is it. Let's see.
category. What is not
here we
a
go.
crime? It is a
Corruption
Excuse me,
statute.
sir. Excuse me,
Laura.
sir. Excuse me, sir.
This is my response.
RICO is not a crime.
Then you're an idiot. What are you even doing up there? Donald Trump is being prosecuted on RICO charges. Yes, RICO is a category, and under it's about 1,000 statutes underneath RICO that you can be charged for. So do you want me to name each and every one of these statutes, or are you too pea-brained to understand that? Let's see. If you want to give a diatribe, you're more than welcome to give to you. Spend all 5 of your minutes preaching, for all I care. But if you ask me a question, shut the hell up and let me answer it. That's all I'm asking. You want to sit up there and throw a little tantrum and get your little head shake going on. It's like, what? Somebody needs to come up there, bend you over your knee, smack you a few times when you and your party was in power, literally tried to impeach Donald Trump with no crime at all whatsoever. That's what I'm saying. You're entitled to your freedom of speech, and you can sit there. But once you want to engage in intelligent debate, at least be intelligent. Ooh, I almost had me cursing on here. Get the whole video struck down. You got to at least be intelligent. And he blasted her. RICO, which clearly you're not familiar with, corruption, clearly you're completely familiar with. So anyway, I just wanted to bring these 3 clips out. And the first one you saw, Mr. Comer said, hey, is there anything you want to speak on? So let's talk about the crime. Let's talk about it. Where does it start? We're going to play this one more time.
It's tempting. I mean, my biggest appeal to everyone in this room is I wish you would spend the time focusing on the fact that the Chinese Communist Party infiltrated the White House of the United States of America through the Biden family. I don't say that lightly. It's not a joke. I was willing to die for this country, as was my father and both my grandfathers and my brother. This is serious, serious stuff. We should be asking how that happened. Take the Biden name and the Biden family completely out of it. How did the Chinese Communist Party infiltrate the White House of the United States of America? Let's start there, focus on those facts, what they did, how they did it, why they used money, why they used private enterprises instead of military stuff and other stuff. That is huge to our national security. So I appreciate you yielding that time to me, Mr. Chairman.
Well, thank
Mr. Bobolinsky, thank you for coming out and saying that. So let's just go over the crimes here. If what he is saying is true, and money from a foreign entity was given to the Biden family in order to influence policies and the governing of America, then that's treason. Literally treason. What they're accusing Donald Trump of is what Biden is actually doing. Oftentimes, the one who says we need to protect the oppressed, they're the ones that are the oppressor. And those 2 women I played a clip of, AOC, another opinionated communist. That's what I call her, AOC. She's just another opinionated communist. And Miss Crockett, y'all 2 there are dumb. Matter of fact, I mean, y'all need to write the common sense conservative on your ballot, put me in not in the White House, but put me in Congress. so I can just expose how dumb these two women are. To actually bring some common sense back to Congress, because they have lost their damn minds. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Is this the way you actually question someone who has come to a hearing, even though Hunter Biden was supposed to be there and didn't? I guess he just don't have to show up. Or, hey, am I way out of line and I need to get back in line? Which will never happen. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I will never bow the knee to the president, to Congress, to the Senate, to the legal system. I ain't never bowing the knee to nobody. I will never bow my head to no one. I don't care if President Xi Jinping, China, Xi, whatever his name is standing right in front of me and he wants me to bow to him. Nah, cuz ain't happening. Not today. Whoever's the king over in England says I need to kneel before the king. Nah, cuz not today. Better throw me in jail. It ain't happening. I will never bend a knee to these people, and I will continue to call their stupidity, their hypocrisy out until they throw me under the jail. I'm a common sense conservative, and this is just common sense.
Thank you, and I'll just say this, Mr. Talib.